Oh, really? Well, not this year, dude, but thank you. I'm not leaving my house for the rest of the year.
Since James Charles has been absolutely crushing the collab game recently, I thought I'd take a deep dive into some of the celebs that refused to collab with him, with some straight up denying his offers, and others that he had such bad beef with that we can assume that collab will never happen. I did also want to mention that some of these interactions are over a year old, so opinions could have changed, but probably not. Hey, what's up guys? It's Mackenzie here, and I hope you're having a great day. Today on the channel, I'm going to be filling you in on some tea with James Charles and the huge celebrities that have denied collabs with him. So if you've been on any live stream that James has been a part of, then you've probably seen him being super thirsty for collabs firsthand. But since James always has such iconic collabs on his channel, it's inevitable that he's going to have to be pushing for them constantly. And of course, some people will refuse. The first person that straight up denied a collab with James was Brendan Urie. So James was following a Twitch live stream that Brendan was doing in 2019. And James asked if he could do Brendan's makeup sometime while Brendan was live on the stream. But he essentially shut down the idea of a collab with James, at least for now, saying, quote, "Not this year, dude, but thank you." And then adding, "I'm not leaving my house for the rest of the year."
Sorry, they told me you do makeup. Oh, really? Well, not this year, dude, but thank you. I'm not leaving my house for the rest of the year.
And that last comment is what caused the internet to troll James like crazy after that. Because that just seemed like an excuse that someone would use if they were caught off guard. James responded to this in a Twitch stream that he did.
Like, let me glam you, like you talked about. And he's like, hey, no thanks, I'm not leaving my house. I was like, okay.
And it's a little sad, but also kind of funny, I can't lie. The next person that a lot of people speculated refused to collab with James was Millie Bobby Brown. So like I said earlier, James loves to comment on people's live streams, and that's exactly what he did to Millie. So she was on live stream and he commented on the band-aid that she had on her forehead, and she responded to the comment and shouted James out. And after that, James thought it was an optimal time to ask for a collab. So he commented on the stream again saying, "Millie, let's film a makeup look and talk about season 3. And a few seconds later, when fans speculate Millie could see the comment, she makes a pretty shady face, to say the least.
So sweet, and I love your eye.
And then after reading the comment, she pauses for a second before she quickly changes the subject. And people obviously put 2 and 2 together and concluded that Millie was shook by James's question of trying to collab and was trying to dodge it because she did not want to collab with him. But I'll let you make the conclusions for yourself on that one. The next person is Cardi B. So Cardi tweeted out that she met James Charles and he was really beautiful in person. So again, James saw a collab opportunity and he pounced. He quickly quote tweeted her tweet saying, "My literal queen, we need to film together and glam." But after that interaction, James got a ton of backlash for being thirsty, and tons of Cardi's fans were begging her not to do a collab with James. She even got some hate on her original tweet for complimenting James at all. So after all this, Cardi probably didn't want the potential PR nightmare of filming with James, and she never commented back. But this hasn't stopped James, as he is also asked to collab with her on her Instagram lives. But I'm guessing she didn't even take the time to respond back. James also got some hate for commenting on this particular live stream where she was actually talking about deep issues like racism. So obviously, not the right time or place for a collab. Question. So next up we have Ariana Grande. So if you didn't know, James and Ariana have some pretty serious beef, and I don't think it's gonna be resolved anytime soon. So way back in 2018, James and Ari were actually pretty friendly, with their relationship starting at one of her concerts. Basically, James went to her show in LA, and after he posted a ton of things from that night, she ended up DMing him, thanking him for coming, and saying that she wishes she knew that he was coming, as she would have had James backstage. She actually even ended up following him. But their friendship did not last long. Shortly after this, James got into his whole Ebola scandal, where people were calling him racist. So as a result, Ariana's fans got really mad that she was following James. So she ended up unfollowing him, and he got roasted because of it. Then he decided to DM her about it, where she admitted that she unfollowed him because she didn't want her fans to be disappointed in her. But he clapped back that he was disappointed that she would stoop to his bully's levels. And James revealed all of this in one of his videos.
Like listen to them and unfollowed, which is just like saying that like, that's okay to do.
Yeah, she could have done nothing, ignored it, and just kept DMing you.
Yeah, like it wouldn't have been that deep. That was a disappointing interaction.
Where in it, he called Ariana the rudest celebrity that he had ever met. So of course, after all this, you can imagine that they would never be collabing. But after James's video blew up, he claimed that he did apologize to her privately. So hey, maybe this one could happen in the future, but I kind of doubt it. And lastly, we have Shawn Mendes. So this one is a bit of a stretch, but I thought I would include it anyways. So back in 2018, Shawn was on an Instagram live juggling, and then James made an ultra thirsty comment where he said, "Can you juggle me like that?" Which is just so typical James, honestly. And then fans speculated that Shawn was upset by the comment, as right after Shawn goes to look at the comments, and we can assume that he read that comment from James, he immediately ended his live stream. So again, after this, fans put 2 and 2 together and felt that Shawn was shading James. But this one actually had a pretty cute ending, with Shawn actually DMing an apology to James about the whole situation, even saying that his comments make him laugh. So I guess the collabing might not be 100% over for these two, but some also think that James does make Shawn uncomfortable, but he just made up with James for kind of good press and to squash the beef. So I guess we'll never really know unless they do collab in the future. So guys, that is all for the video, and I just want to finish it off that this is like no hate to James, you know, just poking fun at him, and I honestly respect his hustle a lot. So I think this is just a lesson of sorts that if you want to collab with, you know, the huge people that he does, like the Kardashians and Iggy Azalea, you gotta be prepared to make a fool out of yourself with the people that don't want to collab with you. But please guys, let me know your comments below. Do you think that James is just ultra thirsty and inappropriate, or are people just being too hard on him for hustling for collabs that he knows will help him to blow up? Before I go, I did want to shout out some comments from my TikTok banning people from going viral based on how they looked video. And if you have not seen that, you really gotta check it out. It is just insane. So Sarah Rise said, "Never liked this stupid app anyways. They did the same for Lizzo." Oh yeah, thanks so much for reminding me of that. So if I remember correctly, for those of you that don't know, the whole issue here was that Lizzo's videos of her in bathing suits were taken down by TikTok. But then of course, there are tons of videos of young, thin people on the app in bathing suits that were never taken down. So clearly showing they have a little bit of bias on who they like to keep up in bathing suits. Then Reese Cheyenne said, "So licking a toilet is TikTok worthy, but being overweight is not." Yeah, it just really seems like they don't care about the content. Then Goon is here said, "It's Abercrombie and Finch all over again." Oh my god, 100%. So if you guys don't know about the whole story there, basically the guy that owned it just only wanted hot people working in his stores because he wanted Abercrombie to be considered cool, and he refused to make plus size clothing because he didn't want overweight people wearing his clothes. So yeah, big yikes on that one. Then Vanilla Ice Cream said, "I'll never understand why TikTok is so famous. It's such a dumb app." And same, like I've tried to watch it, but after 10 minutes, I don't really need to see any more videos of people like dancing around. So I don't understand how people say that they're so addicted to it. Personally, I haven't been able to get into it. Okay guys, so that's all from me. Please like and subscribe down below if you liked, and turn on the bell to never miss an upload from us. We're gonna be trying to keep you entertained during these lockdown times. Also follow the team on our socials to be kept up to date with our lives outside of the videos. My Instagram's down below if you want to check it out. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one.